Hi, I'm Elaine Brewster. Welcome to Aspects of Energy. And today we're talking about ways that we can prepare our voice for speaking, because so many people out there phone and they're in Toastmasters and they present and they use their speaking voice a lot. And today I have with me Christine Timothy, who is a fellow singer with me. We've both been in the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, both soloists. And she, though, went on to spend the rest of her life until she retired doing speech pathology. And so she and I both, we kind of morph in and out of speaking and singing because it uses the same muscles and the same energy. So I'm just going to let Christine take it away.
Okay. Well, the way we talk and the vocabulary we use and the energy we use when we talk and the way we like to communicate with others, all of these aspects show what kind of a person you are. And we all need to be understood by our families, our friends, people we've never met before. And the sound of your voice is so important and may even make your personality shine as you learn to be a fantastic speaker, which we hope you'll get some ideas about that today. Elaine and I have prepared some sections about speaking, and hopefully they will be useful for your speaking in the future. Our first section is posture and relaxation. And we all know that posture is important. It's important when we walk, it's important when we sit. And so it will be important as you speak. Elaine?
You might remember, excuse me, on May 6th, so a month ago, Julia Calder was here giving us a presentation on the Alexander relaxation method. And you can look that up, look up Aspects of Energy, Julia Calder, spelled C-A-U-L-D-E-R, or Aspects of Energy, my name, and May 6th. And that's a really good session to see. But Alexander is all about posture and relaxation. And their mantra is, this man, Matthias Alexander, who created it, let the neck be free so the head can move forward and upward, and the back can lengthen and widen. So you feel like in your front and you feel like you're in the back, that you're split and everything is just widening out and falling apart from that split. And when you're lifted, you're always lifted as if you were a marionette who was held on only one string by your crown. And it's the same for everyone. So that's why Alexander says, so the head can move forward and upward. So that's where it's lifted, not being lifted like this with the chin up. Okay, so that's an adjustment that we can do. Let's go ahead with airflow.
Okay, our second section is airflow and breath support, which is important for singing and speaking. But today we're talking about speaking, and we can appreciate how breath support is important in speaking as we get along. Let's practice a couple of exercises that will help us strengthen our breath support.
Okay, and you guys out there do this, because no one is in your house but you. You can do this.
Good idea. Okay, so the first one, we need to know this rule. Always breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So let's try this one. As if you want to, you can stand and put your arms down by the side of you and lift your arm up. We're sitting, so I'll just lift mine up this far, but we'll do it together. Okay, and so we're going to breathe in with our nose as we lift our arms up and hold it for 3 seconds and let it back out as we blow our air out through the mouth. Okay, here we go. And 2, 3. Very good. Once again. 3. One more. By doing that, you should be able to feel your diaphragm moving, and things are starting to get warmed up, and you're starting to relax and let things happen. Okay. Another one that we can do is
Put your hands on your
put your
hips.
hand on your waist. That's right. Okay. I couldn't stand up, so I was trying to find my. Okay. So this one, I'd like you to stand up if you can. If you can't, just sit and put your hands on your waist. Okay. And dig in a little bit. And if you're standing, bend over. If you're sitting, bend over. Okay. And we're going to take our air in through the nose, hold it 3 seconds, and let it go slowly out. Okay. And you should be able to feel your diaphragm working and your lungs working, and it makes you relax too. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. In, 2, 3, out. Can you feel that fill up, the air fill up inside your diaphragm and your body when you, and your lungs when you breathe in, bending over? It's so good. Okay, here we go again. 2, 3, and very good. Make sure you can feel that. One more time. Wonderful, wonderful.
You were mentioning the Today Show, right? This very day.
Oh yes, today, this very day, they had exercises for relaxation before you speak, because they get nervous too. And there was a lady on, I can't remember who she was, but she was on their show today, this morning. And this is the exercise she did, quite like what we just did. They were sitting, she asked them to close their eyes, breathe in through their nose, woohoo, and out through their mouth, and go as slowly out as they could so that they can feel all of that motion. Okay, close your eyes, please. Here we go. In and out. It takes longer to go out than it does to go in, right? Let's try it again. Here we go. Close your eyes, relax, in and out. We don't want to fall asleep, but let's try it one more time. It's really relaxing. Here we go. In and out.
Wow, that sure gets your breathing lower. Not
Yes, it
only
does.
slower, but lower. There's something else that you can do to feel your own breath, and that's to do the consonant S, like a little snake. So a lot of you are sitting right now. So in that, they call it the sits bones. So where your body meets the chair, you can feel, you can feel where it meets. So down that low, feel a workingness that's going on in the body when you do S. And when you stop doing the S, you'll feel the workingness stop, kind of like cogs that were going, and then they just stop. Okay, try it. Wait, here's an S. Ready? Did you feel something deep inside you just kind of drizzle and go away? Try and do it one more time. Ready? Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah,
I like
did
feeling
too.
that. Okay, number 3.
Our third section is on pitch and vowels, using our vowels correctly. When we're talking and speaking generally with our friends on the phone, or like just sitting on the couch, we usually don't speak. We speak in a lower voice. And what we should try to do, especially when we speak to an audience, is to use a higher voice, not too high, but just a little bit up so that our voice sounds like it has more energy, more electricity, and people are cueing into you and what you have to say. Especially when we're doing large groups, we want to make sure that we're up there projecting our voices. Okay, and when we do, and we find that pitch, like if I'm talking on the phone, I may be talking right here, and then I'm going to speak to a big audience, and so I try to lift it up a little bit, and that is the optimum pitch. We call that the optimum pitch. And so remember that you need an optimum pitch if you're going to speak to a large crowd. Okay, and we often do these two mistakes: speak too loudly or speak too softly. And if you speak loudly all the time, your vocal cords are hitting each other all the time, and you wear out your voice, which is not a good thing. We like to keep our voice healthy. And also, if you whisper, whispering causes your voices to go together, your vocal cords to go together, and that also wears them out quickly. And so be careful so that you don't shout out at people or think somebody in the back can't hear, so you talk louder, and the whispering as well. Okay. Another
Well, I think you've got
exercise.
it. Yes, and you've got
Yeah,
some
I've got an
exercises.
exercise on vowels. Another exercise that we could do to get our vowels working in our sentence structure, we can take the ah, e. We'll take those two vowels and see if we can go up 5 steps, down 5, hold it for 3 seconds, down 5 steps, and then go up a half a step. And I know this is musical, but you can do it with me. Okay, here we go. Ah, 2, 3, ah. Very good. Up a half step. Ah, ah. One more. Ah, ah. Very good. Let's try it with an E. Here we go. E, E, up a half step. E, E. Okay, you can do that with all the vowels and warm up your voice and get that going in a circle for you. Okay, it will help.
Nice. One of the things that we want to remember is in speaking, the words are carried on the vowels, but the words are made understandable by the consonants. Consonants, well, we'll talk about those for a minute. We're still on vowels. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say it kind of blends together,
I know.
this part. Take a paragraph or a little saying that you know that you use all the time, and let's see if you can try to change your expression or use the vowels to stretch out or to cut off or shorten, and use those vowels to make your meaning meaningful. For example, you could say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Or you could do it this way. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Or you could say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And you can take your paragraph or your saying, whatever you have, and work through that, change things. Don't always do the same. And it will make you a more excitable speaker to listen to.
Nice. This is one that we all might want to do. This is from Humans Being More. They actually, you can find it on worldprayers.org.
Oh.
This is the beginning of a new day. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. And then it goes on. In order to get, okay, So we're not even warming up the voice. Let's pretend the voice is already stressed. Maybe we didn't have enough sleep. Maybe our food wasn't right. For women, it could be that time of the month. The vocal folds actually engorge, every month with the menstrual cycle, and it makes it hard to speak. You're not crazy. It really, really happens. So the nicest thing we can do for our voice is what they call the vocal fry, because it kind of sounds like bacon frying, or the vocal growl. Just find some place. This is where I call the sound meeting the air. So if it's that's too much air. And if you're pushing it out, like Christine was just saying, we don't want to do that. We just want the sound making, the air making the sound happen. So this is how we get it really even. And it's like someone just going in there and just, stroking the inside of your throat. It feels so good. Try it again. You'll have to play with that a little bit. Here's something else that might help. It's called the Primal Ah. And I got this from the lady who was the regional president of all of the singing teachers from Colorado on west. So a really huge region. It's called the Primal Ah. It's as if someone had just socked you in your gut, and then it's the sound you make. There is no agenda. You're not trying to be small, be large, be cute, be lovely, anything. It's just what happens. It's the sound of moaning. It's the sound of incredible sadness. Ah, 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 ah. Again, it's not see, that's a lot of air, and the air hasn't met sound yet. But when I do that, I'm not pushing the sound out, so I'm not pushing either. That's called the Primal Ah. You can do another version of this called the Model T, where you just take your abdominal muscles and just keep tucking them, and you're basically doing this ah, 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 ah. All right, now something Christine and I are both doing is we're just leaving the throat open, the jaws dropped, and then we're just tucking from down here. That's different than ah, 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 where you're tightening and keeping squeezing in here. So try it again. All this is open. And when both of us, you can see that smile. That's what we talked about last week. There's always this smile up here. And then this is down. It's the wonder smile with a drop jaw.
Of mold and bacteria living deep.
And we'll let people mute back there. Okay, and so we're just all open and then tuck down below. Ready? And then another nice thing that I always do just to open it up, it's called the yawn sigh. So the more released it is here, the more you can just get that going without having it kind of stick on the way. Try it once more. Good. All right, now on to consonants. Again, the vowels carry the words, but the consonants make the words understandable. It's kind of like having this nice big steak fillet, but you're not going to do anything with it until you chop it up in pieces. The choppers are your lips. I just made that up. That's horrible. Your lips, teeth, tongue, tip of the tongue, and the palate. They're all hard. Well, they're supposed to be relatively, and they're all in front. And so to make the lips, for instance, more meaningful, more vibrant, more alive, because our language is back and it's down. So it's kind of, our language is couch potato. And when the ear hears, I'm not doing something that is energetic or vibrant enough, then often we squeeze in the throat to make it more energetic. You don't need to squeeze the throat to do it. You can go, And I'm not really doing a pitch because we're both singers. We tend to throw pitches onto things. There's not really a pitch. It's just doing it really fast. Try it. Ready? Yeah, and you could probably do that on any consonant. Another fun thing is to do tongue twisters. Peter, Piper, Pecta, Pick a Peck. It's not that you're trying to do it as fast as possible. You're just trying to get teeth, tongue, lips, palate. You're just trying to get them engaged. Okay, we had some other tips.
Very good. Okay, our other tips are kind of a conglomeration of the things we've talked about today. We need to stay hydrated. You need to have water available or something, but not ice water. If you have ice water, that cools your vocal cords down and makes it harder for them to operate. And so you keep a lukewarm water, and you can use that whenever you need to stay hydrated. And don't overuse your voice. We talked about that. Rest your voice if you're sick or if you're not, you're tired and you're not ready to go with a speech. Just rest your voice and give yourself a chance to be a great speaker. Brian Tracy, who is an important man in the speaking world, has commented a few things that I thought were important. He said, when you speak slowly, your voice has more power and authority. When you speak slowly, your voice has more power and authority. Good, huh? Okay. And then he said also, exude confidence when you're speaking. Even if you don't know what you're talking about, you can exude confidence and be prepared so that you do know what you're talking about. Okay.
Do you know, I have heard people, and it's crazy, but it's true, to stand up before you speak and do the Superman or the Wonder Woman pose. You know, this is without even speaking. Mm-hmm. But the crazy thing is it, just think for a minute, any picture that you have ever seen of someone who is doing a voiceover recording, someone who's recording for an animated movie, or, you know, or someone who's singing some background. What is the picture in your mind? I bet you it's like mine. There's a microphone, they're wearing headsets, and they are always standing up. There is more energy in your body if you're standing up. We're not today, but
yeah, but we're trying to give you lots of energy. Okay, so another one is to put that emotion and emphasis on those words that you feel like will carry your message the best. So those are the tips. And you can learn to use your voice. It's just like anything else. You can always be more successful if you have a few little tricks up your sleeve to be a good speaker. And our vocal cords are muscles, just like all the other muscles in our body. And so we need to warm them up. We need to use them often. And you might want to practice using your vocal cords. If you use this information that we've talked about today in improving your speaking ability, you will bring aspects of energy to the way you speak, and you will become a fabulous speaker. And we hope that that happens for you all. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Christine, very, very much. All right, do we have any questions from anybody? Anything that you've thought of, or any notes on your own speaking that you've noticed? I'm on a phone today, so it's a little different for me than how I usually do it. But hi, any thoughts, Betty Jane?
I would love to have an opportunity to practice the vocal soundings, like for the E, the different phases. For you all can count which your steps are going, and I'm going, well, it's going that way, it's going, but I don't know what steps are. And I don't know what it sound like.
I don't know. Okay. Well, that, yeah, thank you. What we're sharing today is things that we feel that anybody can do because, you know, to make the best or the most finite changes, you often need to go, you know, to somebody. And so what we've done is things that are safe and things that are available. When we're saying, you know, like, it doesn't need to go up by steps like that. It's like the it, you know, it's just moving it and cycling through it. Does that sort of answer that?
Yes,
You're-
it surely does. And I went with you.
That was good.
You're safe to use all the vowels in exercises. So use those. Those are safe.
Ah, A, E, O, U. When we think vowels, we think Italian or Spanish. Ah, A, E, O, U.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what if you feel like you can feel a little scratchy or your voice goes away?
You
What-
need to rest and hydrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rest and hydrate.
Rest and hydrate, and then do that vocal growl.
Hello.
It's way down there.
It's fun when you get older because the way down there goes down,
Goes down farther.
downer farther than it used to when we were young. All right, thank you so
Thank you.
much. All right, we shall see you all later.
Thank
And
you.
remember and smile, because that will raise your energy. And also anyone that you smile at, it will raise theirs too. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Linda.